It's your friend, Dr. Yazama Damas. I always remind you of our seminars that we always have, and I always ask you to send a message so that I can send you the flyer of the details about our webinars, and always at 7:30 to 8, and at times they last for 2 to 3 days. Always the last days for question and answers, and I've always told you to send a message. Whenever you send a message, actually we have a WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp community. In that WhatsApp community, we always put people who have sent a message, people who attend the webinar. They are the people that I always ask my manager or I myself put on the webinar. Sorry, on the community, the WhatsApp community. We have the 3 groups of community, WhatsApp community. You either go in one of them, you don't attend both of the groups, you're always one side. I would like to tell you some of my journey, my story. I personally, I did not start with a lot of money to hustle. I started with very little money. In fact, I remember my first job, I was a waiter in a restaurant. It went on like that, but at the end, I would sell clothes in the night, in the evening. So when I get my salary, I would go and hawk clothes, second-hand clothes. So I would use the money that I got to replicate into another business. So it's not always fine. Actually, I learned this from an early stage from my parents. You don't just keep money. It's hard to just keep money or to just buy stuff, and it's easy to just buy stuff. So you can't just be with money. So I'm used of having no cash. I always put my money in something else, bit by bit. So I was telling you, small money can work. Some people say small money can't work or can't start a business. It can start. Do you know that even 10,000 can start a business? Yes, it can. It can start. Someone showed me one day, actually it was an Indian friend of mine, raindrops could drop down at a certain concrete in front of his shop. There was a broken gutter or a loose gutter. So water could drop, the rain water could drop. But the persistence it has, that every day it's dropping, eventually it breaks the concrete. It puts a hole in the concrete. No matter how much cement was there, it can create a hole. So that's the power of small things. If you invest little by little, you eventually get rich. Stop listening to those people who tell you a lot of lies, the big lies that you need a lot of money. No. So I would sell clothes. I used to get my clothes from Aunt Sarah, Bailu, my auntie, at Buganda Road there, next Hotel Triangle. That's where we used to stay. So she could sell these clothes. So I would pick the first class. I would pick 2 or 3, go, move, and I would make a profit, and it was big. So I went on like that. Later I stopped the waiter thing, and I went in full time hawking clothes. There were some shops at Kampala Road there, Blitz. If you guys remember Blitz Video Studio. So that's why I used to have my clothes. More of my clients were in those shops of Simba Telecom, the ladies, and also the bank where I used to the bank that I used to use. Whenever I would take some cash to bank, I would sell them clothes too. So in that place, in the bank, that's when I knew. That's where someone told me that he wanted shoes. He told me, if you can get for me shoes. Hi. So I went down at the Chiseka market. There's some guys that used to sell clothes too, and they used to sell shoes. So I asked them, they could give me one shoe from each pair. I would estimate and then rush up at Kampala Road. Show this guy, if it's in, it fits, go back, pick the next one. So I went on like that. And then that's when I also entered the events. I started the events because it was my passion, and I went in little by little. That's how I went on accumulating. So you can grow your net worth by little by little. In that time, I was a bit confused because at the same time I was doing school. I was doing school at UMCAT, journalism, diploma in journalism. That's when I met the bad boys, and yeah, I remember I used to be with my friends, and then we started clubbing, got this. I started losing focus a bit. Yeah, but later, going to church, I used to go down there at Watoto, downtown. I attended the services. That's how I changed the patterns. And then I went back being focused. So I went on like that. And that's what has enabled me to reach where I am today. So if you attend our webinars, you can't remain the same. We always sharpen each other. We even tell you the right places to put your money. I remember when we got this property, so we started the bricks and the sand. I remember the guy, my supplier, who first supplied me here, it was concrete. I remember I bought the stones. So when I bought the stones, we became friends. One time this guy asked me money. He wanted money to pick sand from Ruela to where he was working, and I gave him money. So when I gave him money, he had a brick business too. So paying me back, I told him I needed an interest, and I was going to take bricks. So I got the bricks. At that time, a truck of bricks could cost 150, but he was going to give me at 130. Yeah, that's how I got back my interest. So all the bricks, I got them. Excuse me. I think I've talked too much. So that's how things are. Learn to put your money in something else. Having cash does not help, and it just makes your money depreciate. You'll think you have the money, but you'll end up wasting it in buying clothes, in buying shoes, new phones. A lot of temptations come. But when you reinvest the money in something else, it really works. Because at times your salary is going to delay. You're not going to get your salary on time always. There are times it will delay. But as long as you have some other side income, some of you, all you need is to buy a border. You buy a border so that it can help you. They take you at your workplace, and the guy remains with it, making money for you. As you're in the office, this guy is making some money. By the time you come out of office, there will be some 10K, and still you'll call him to come and pick you from work. You'll not be spending on transport. So when you attend these webinars, you learn more. We teach you, we show you different ways of seeing stuff. And that's how we've been able to put up all this. But I learned this way back from my parents. I used to see my parents, my grandmother. Yeah. These guys were investors. So I learned that you put money in something else. Recently, I used some money to put in the real estate. So as I get customers to buy this property, I'll be paying back with certain interest, little interest. But I got it from my relative. So just learn how to play money. I remain your friend, Dr. Yazama Damas. Why don't you send me a message today? Be blessed.